Why your body feels like it is falling when you are drifting to sleep. It happened again last night. You were finally comfortable.
Pillow just right.
Room just dark enough. Your whole body was melting into the mattress. Your thoughts were getting slower, quieter. You were so close to sleep you could feel it pulling you under. And then, your body slammed awake like someone pushed you off a building. Heart pounding, legs kicking, eyes flying open staring at the ceiling. Your whole body screaming danger, danger, danger. And then you looked around. Nothing. Just your room. Just your bed. Just the quiet dark. You were never falling. You were never in danger. You were just lying there, safe, still,
Completely fine.
but your own body just tricked you.
Completely. Brutally.
For absolutely no reason. And the worst part? You have no idea why it keeps happening. Nobody ever explained it to you. Not your parents. Not your school. Not your doctor. Just one of those weird things that happens and everyone pretends is totally normal. Well, today that ends. Because what I am about to tell you is one of the most fascinating and slightly terrifying things science has ever discovered about what happens inside your body the moment you fall asleep. And once you hear this, you will never fall asleep the same way again. Before we go any further, I need you to know something important. You are not broken. You are not sick. You are not going crazy. What just happened to you has a real name. Scientists call it a hypnic jerk. And here is the first thing that is going to make you feel better and worse at the same time. You are not alone. Not even slightly. Studies show that up to 70% of all humans experience hypnic jerks regularly. 70%. That means tonight while you are reading this, billions of people all around the world will go through the exact same thing. They will be drifting off to sleep. Peaceful. Comfortable. Finally relaxing. And then their body will slam them awake. Hearts pounding. Completely confused. Staring at the ceiling wondering what on earth just happened. Billions of people. Same experience. And almost none of them know why. So let us go back to that exact moment. The moment right before it happens. You are lying in bed. Eyes closed. Room dark. Your breathing is slowing down on its own. Your arms feel heavy. Your legs feel heavy. Your thoughts are getting fuzzy and soft like a radio slowly losing signal. You are right on the edge. That beautiful floaty edge between being awake and being completely gone. Scientists have a name for this exact moment. They call it the hypnagogic state. The doorway between two worlds. The world where you are aware and the world where you completely disappear. And right there in that doorway, right in that exact beautiful, peaceful moment, something goes wrong inside your brain. Here is what nobody ever tells you about falling asleep. Your brain does not just switch off. It does not just go dark like a TV turning off. Falling asleep is a careful, complicated process. Like a huge building shutting down for the night. Security turning off the lights floor by floor. Systems switching to standby mode one by one. First your conscious thoughts go quiet. Then your hearing starts to fade. Then your vision goes dark behind your eyelids. Then your sense of touch starts to disappear. The message says, you can let go now. It is safe. You can relax. And your muscles start to obey. Your shoulders drop. Your legs go loose. Your whole body starts to go soft and heavy and still. And this is the exact moment your brain panics. Because here's the problem. Your brain is old. Much older than you realize. The part of your brain that reacts to danger is not modern. It is not logical. It is not up to date. It is millions of years old. And millions of years ago, when your ancestors were sleeping in trees, muscles going limp and loose did not mean you were safely tucked into a warm bed. It meant you were losing your grip. It meant you were starting to fall. It meant you were about to hit the ground from 30 feet up and die. So that ancient part of your brain does the only thing it knows how to do. It fires an emergency alarm. A massive burst of electrical energy shoots from your brain down through your entire nervous system in a fraction of a second. And every single muscle in your body contracts at once. Your legs kick. Your arms jerk. Your back arches. Your whole body jolts violently trying to grab something that is not there. And you wake up. Heart slamming. Hands gripping the blanket. Eyes searching the dark for the danger that does not exist. Your brain just saved you from falling out of a tree that you were never in.
Think about that.
You are lying in the safest place you will be all day, your own bed, in your own home, and your brain is still running emergency survival software from millions of years ago. Still scanning, still watching, still convinced that going limp means falling, still firing that alarm every single time. You are a modern human being running ancient code. Now, scientists have been studying hypnic jerks for decades, and they have three main theories about exactly why they happen. And each one is more fascinating than the last. The first theory is called the evolutionary theory. This is the tree falling idea. Our ancestors slept in trees. As they drifted off to sleep, their muscles would relax, their grip would loosen, and their brain would interpret that loosening as the beginning of a fall. So it would fire a massive jolt to wake them up and grab the branch and save their life. That survival mechanism was so important that it got passed down, generation after generation after generation, for millions of years, until it reached you, lying in your bed in 2026, still getting jolted awake by a brain that thinks you are about to fall out of a tree that does not exist. The second theory involves something deep inside your brain called the reticular activating system. Think of it as your brain's night security guard. Its entire job is to monitor everything happening in your body and decide what needs attention. And as you fall asleep, all the signals it monitors start going quiet. Your muscles go quiet. Your senses go quiet. And the security guard starts to get nervous. Things are too quiet. So it fires a test signal just to check. Just to make sure you are still alive. Just to make sure everything is still working. And that test signal is your hypnic jerk. Your brain's way of checking in on you whether you want it to or not. The third theory is called the neural misfire theory. And this one is my favorite. As your brain transitions from being awake to being asleep, there is a brief, chaotic moment where two systems are fighting for control at the same time. Your waking brain is shutting down. Your sleeping brain is starting up. And right in that exact moment of confusion, signals get crossed. A random burst of electrical energy fires through your motor cortex, the part of your brain that controls all your movement, and your whole body jolts. Like a car engine backfiring as it switches off. Not dangerous. Not intentional. Just a brief electrical glitch in the most complicated machine that has ever existed. Now here is something that might surprise you. Some people experience hypnic jerks almost every single night. Other people barely ever experience them.
Why?
Scientists have found very clear patterns. If you are sleep-deprived, your hypnic jerks get much worse. Your brain is desperate for rest and goes into a kind of controlled panic as it tries to shut down. If you exercise intensely right before bed, your brain is still buzzing with activity when you try to sleep, and the transition becomes much more chaotic. If you consume caffeine in the afternoon or evening, your nervous system stays hyperactive much later than it should, and the crossing of signals becomes much more intense. And if you're going through stress or anxiety, your brain is already running on high alert, and that security guard inside your head is already on edge before you even close your eyes. But here's the thing that doctors do not always tell you. Even if you do everything perfectly, even if you sleep 8 hours every night and cut out caffeine and exercise at the right time and manage your stress perfectly, hypnic jerks will probably still happen sometimes. Because that ancient alarm system has been running for millions of years. And it is not going to fully switch off just because your life is in good shape. And then there is the thing that nobody talks about. Some people during their hypnic jerk do not just feel like they're falling. Some people see something. A flash of light. A face they do not recognize. A brief image so vivid and real that it takes a few seconds to understand it was not really there.
Some people hear something.
A loud bang. Their name being called clearly from across the room. A voice that belongs to no one. Scientists call these hypnagogic hallucinations. And they happen because in that exact chaotic moment of transition, your brain briefly and accidentally switches on your visual cortex and your auditory cortex at the same time. The parts of your brain responsible for seeing and hearing. And for just one fraction of a second, your brain accidentally creates something. A tiny incomplete dream that lasts less than a heartbeat. A flash of something from nowhere. And then silence. And then nothing. You did not imagine it. Your brain made it. And then your brain deleted it. If this made you see your own body differently tonight, then hit subscribe. because there are so many more mysteries like this one. Things happening inside you right now that nobody ever properly explained. See you in the next one.